Black man pulls himself over. Cop behind him. He said, let's get this over with. Put up the picture full mask man. I'm laughing because it actually kind of worked, kind of. Okay, so a black driver decided to pull himself over before the cop pulled him over. And the cop detained the man anyway, even though he had nothing to detain him on. The black man was tired of constantly getting pulled over. So when he noticed a cop was tailing him, he just pulled over to save the trouble, save the gas money. Now, here's some of the interaction.
So I'm getting pulled over for pulling over?
It's suspicious activity, yeah, man.
Okay. You want just my license or my insurance or my registration?
Vehicle information as well.
Okay, that's everything.
Am I being pulled over for pulling over? Cop says, suspicious activity. No, that activity follows cause and effect. I mean, that makes sense. I understand what he's trying to do here. So we're going to put up the picture, man. We're going to show you more of that interaction, okay? But first, the man's response certainly resonated with black drivers, all right? Got pulled over because I pulled over. Now, here's the entire situation.
So, do you normally just pull over immediately when a cop gets behind you?
It's easier than just having them find a reason to pull me over. Because if I would have like swerved or something, you'd have pulled me over, then field sobriety test or something like that. It's just easier to just get all this out the way because I probably was getting pulled over for something anyway. I don't care.
Why did you anticipate getting pulled over?
Because I get pulled over. I've been pulled over before. So if you could just run my information, if being suspicious is a crime, then I guess I'll commit a crime.
Not necessarily a crime. It's just when the actions you take place in front of law enforcement, then it just raises our concern. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me check some things out, man, and I'll try to get you out of here quick. All right.
Take your time, man.
Put up the picture, full mass again. Brother, you a damn genius. He said, yeah, I pulled over because you were going to find something if I swerved or something. Yes, that's exactly right. Then the cop says, do you do this normally? Just pull over? That sounds like a good idea to me. I'm going to start doing it. I know that. And then the cop says, well, when you do it in front of law enforcement, it's suspicious. Well, somebody needs to write a damn law that says that's illegal, because other than you being nosy as to why, he has committed no offense at all. Quote, it's easier than having them find a reason to pull me over, he said. Quote, it's easier to just get this out of the way because I'm probably being pulled over for something anyway. Later, he tells the cop, quote, if being suspicious is a crime, I guess I committed a crime. And it's not. Quote, when actions you took happen in front of law enforcement, it raises our concerns. Alert, a smart, out-of-the-box thinker who happens to be a black male. Now, a reminder, we did research, check the record. Suspicion is not a crime. And that's according to govfacts.org. If you want to go check it out, it's right there. The reasonable suspicion standard limits the police intrusion. Cops have to possess specific and articulable facts. Learn that in constitutional law, which combined with the rationale, inferences from those facts would reasonably suggest you are doing something criminal And that's it. Criminal activity. Why? Because they are crime fighters, right? So in the end, guess what? The driver was not ticketed. But this is a quote, it's not criminal, but it raises my suspicion enough that I can get out and investigate to ensure criminal activity is not taking place, the officer told the man. That is not how it works. That means that a cop can go anywhere and just say, I'm just here to make sure no crime is actually taking place. I have no evidence that one has or will. The cop told him he exhibited, quote, the behavior of people trying to separate themselves from law enforcement. Jackson, we separate ourselves from law enforcement, bad, corrupt law enforcement every day here at Indisputable. And the individual literally did the opposite. He pulled over as a courtesy for the cop so that we can get it out the way. He didn't try to avoid the cop.
Right.
What say
just
you?
Go ahead and do what you came to do.
Right.
And the cop was like, the cop low key was mad that he didn't like peel off and speed off real quick because he was just waiting on something. I mean, it clearly he wanted to pull this guy over. He marked him as somebody who maybe he's gonna do something. And as he pointed out, he was gonna swerve, or maybe one of his lights wasn't on just right. A lot of police officers' jobs are to pull people over. They got to meet quotas, so they identify people who feel like, oh, maybe this guy's going to do something. So it is pretty smart that he just I'm just going to pull over anyway. Because that would throw off a lot of people. Maybe they wouldn't pull him over or just, keep driving. But still, it's like, well, you kind of were suspicious because most people would have got scared. Yeah. But what can you really do? You got to tip the hat to this brother because this was definitely an ingenious way to handle police officers being behind you. Because I don't know anyone who feels particularly comfortable when when the boys are behind them. But yeah, maybe I'm gonna start doing this.
It's something to consider.
It's something to consider.